use all Boss. I'm not endorsed by Boss at all. It's just one, they fit the pedal board I got, and two, they're really easy pedals to use. Like, it's not like a lot of pedals out there where you've got to play with a lot of features, a lot of settings, a lot of digital stuff. You know, I'm quite hands-on, so I like to be able to mess with my effects of how I choose. And it just so happens to be Boss pedals are the weapon of choice.
Okay. So would you say that Boss pedals are something good for people starting out?
They're in the kind of like the mid-range, not too cheap and they're not too expensive. They're kind of like in that mid-range of, that mid-range price. And it's, like I said, they're quite easy to use. Like, even like a guy like me that's not really technical, it's good enough for me to kind of go, sit down, mess with it, and then 10 minutes later, I've got an effect that I really like, or 90% of the time I've written a new song out of it. When it comes to Pink Narcissus, I kind of mess around with a lot of sounds. We come up with a loop around the sounds that I made, and then we build that as it is. The pedals I use, I'll go from right to left. I've got a digital delay DD3. It's a delay pedal, so it just kind of. This is the chorus pedal that I've got next. This is a CEB3. This kind of like just doubles the sound that I've got. So it's kind of got a nice little like double ring to it. Yeah. To it, it's cool. This is the flange pedal. This is a BF3. It's a bass and a guitar pedal. The only way to explain this, it comes up with a really weird swirling sound. That's the only way to describe this one, but I like it. Tool pedal. If I want to go something like Tool, the band, that's the pedal I use. I tend not to use that anymore. It's just simply a lot of the songs I've written before, that was kind of like my go-to pedal. Again, like I said, the Tool pedal. It's just kind of one of those, but it's kind of like my go-to, and I was just kind of I was being lazy with it just by going to that. So that one I tend not to use so much anymore.
Much in.
Not much in writing. Like definitely the song, when it comes to songs like Disinfectant, Orphanize, I go to it because that's I had it specifically written for that. But these days with like Big Miracle Day coming out and the stuff we're going to be writing next year, it's not so much. Cool. Well, next up is the bass synthesizer, the SYB5. This is amazing. This is literally just a load of chaos, loads of sounds. I can literally just mould how I like it. Sounds out of it. With this pedal, I kind of use it like in like overdubs and stuff like that. So on the new stuff, like In Home, and that's out now. It's been out for the last 2 years. We've got it's literally I use it really subtly
So sort of layer it over.
Yeah, that's it. I just usually really subtly in recordings. Songs like Circus, like for older material, that's definitely like a lead line in there, because we were looking at ways to go from traditional to really out there. And one of the best ways that we had to go through it was just to use this pedal and use the lead bass, like use the bass line as this really weird, eerie, eerie synth line just driving through the song. While you got Paddy doing the cool type thing, and then Cookie doing with the drumming, with his drum patterns. You know, it's just something just really weird in there.
Yeah. So would you say that that's quite a big influence for post-Pink today, all the new crazy stuff?
I wouldn't. It's kind of it's weird. I wouldn't really say it's a big influence. It's definitely an influence in terms of make sound creation and stuff like these. Like if my head is like, I feel like there's a gap in there. It's like, what can I do in that? Then 5 out of 10 times I'll go to this pedal, make an effect, and see if I can overdub it. But it's not to say that I'm not going to force that in there. Like it's a taste thing. If I think like it needs it in there, you'll need it in there. And then other than that, I won't put it in there. Okay, next up, this is the Super Octave OC3. This kind of like gives you like a higher octave and a lower octave and the note that you're doing. This one I really do like. This is great. Sound. And then finally, this is the bass overdrive, the ODB3. This is probably like the oldest pedal I've got in my collection. In fact, I've got the synth pedal and the overdrive at the same time. The overdrive just kind of, it pushes it. It's not really necessarily a distortion. It's just, it sets it into overdrive. It just helps push it, make a really dirty song.
Does it boost the frequency then?
No, it just it helps make that dirty sound, but helps just push it a little bit more than what distortion would do. It's the pedal that's kind of giving me the most grief, but it's also the pedal that's giving me the most sound. And it could be at times where I go to a gig, depending on the PA, sometimes it just drop my bass frequency, so everyone's really loud and really quiet, or I go to other venues and I'm the loudest thing you've ever heard. So yeah, the pain in the ass level, this is quite high, but the sound of it makes it for it. So and then a lot of the times it's just various combinations of the sound, the sounds of the pedals just make the effect of what I want. So stuff like tracks, just kind of a nice bit of chorus and delay in the verse. For pop rock and our music, it's a general like you can handle it. This is like my head is sort of Max 450 bass amplifier.
Yeah, so it's passive, it's not active.
Yeah, no, you can be passive and active. The bass that I use is an active bass. It uses a battery here. And it just makes the pickups more active, it makes it more being able to pick up a lot more sounds. Especially when using the pedals, it just picks that up a lot more, so you can get some more funkier sounds out of it. Than if you had it passive, where it only pick up so much, or active, you give way to so much more. So you've got that option on there, and then it's got like equalisation, it's got different outputs, a bit into various PAs. You can link it up with another bass cab as well.
Sweet. And roughly how much did that come to, sort of the whole budget?
This was second hand. This is one from my friend Poots. I was borrowing the amp for a long while, like a long ass time, so a good like year. I was just borrowing the amp. My friend Poots moved to Australia now. It was like, well, you've got it at your house, why not just give me some money for it and it's yours? So it's now mine. It's been pretty much, it's got a good sound to it, especially, I don't remember the size of this at the top of my head, but it's just really nice sounding, and it's got a really nice tone to it. It's really old, I'm sure like now technology's progressed, I'll probably get this like half the size now, but it's old retro feel to it, I like it, it does the job.
I mean, it's analog, isn't it? It's quite old.
Obviously, it's got a valve in there to warm it up. But obviously, it's all analog with all the dials and stuff. I don't have no nasty digital stuff.
So if you always use valve amps for gigs or?
Yeah, it's always just been one due to like budgeting, but two, the scale of band that we are. We're not playing like Brixton Academy type shows. You're not playing like Wembley Arena type shows, where a lot of bands in that capacity have like a lot of digital racks, stuff that goes on to the front of the house as well as their sound. With this, it's kind of like pull it up, put it in my bass, the PA to DI it, so you don't want a lot of messing around. It's very much like you need it straight to the point. Rather than having like lots of stuff off elsewhere. I told you. We need to talk about my bass.
Yeah, we didn't actually.
Do you want to talk about my bass?
Yeah,
you split it into 2 bits.
I mean, for most people, when they buy a bass, when they start out, they don't normally go really cheap. I mean, how much did your bass come to?
Funny story. I won mine. I'm in quite a lucky position where I won it. It costs £800, and it's a Core A4. It's an active bass, 4 strings. I have pickups, EQs, high, mids, and lows. I had it since 2007, and it's not let me down since. First few basses I had, I've had like PVs, well not PVs. I've had like a few Squires, I've had a Kramer, which is like a German bass. I've still got that today. But this is like, I was quite lucky enough to be in the position where I won it, and I've used it ever since. Every project I've been in, this is another go-to.
So what would you recommend as a first buy?
It's totally into the feeling and what your budget is. Stuff like if you're like playing punk rock, anything with a P pickup rather than like jazz pickups, I'll probably recommend. Simply because it's they normally just come with like one tone, so you don't have to worry about, like with my bass, I have to worry about kind of, am I mostly going to use this pickup? Am I mostly going to use this pickup with this dial? But me being me, I like to be heavy, I like to be quite well rounded, I just keep it in the middle. So it's not more one or the other. So like it just for punk rock, just kind of use like a P pickup rather than just a jazz pickup. Needs a bit of clean, which had a bit of a battering through this last year, but is what it is. You know, I love it. It's been my go-to. It's not let me down in any way, shape, or form. Or if it has, it's definitely felt the wrath of me. But then I felt sorry for it, and I took it to the shop, make sure it's got fixed.
Yeah. In terms of maintenance as well, because I know quite a few people when they get problems with the bass guitar, they don't really know what to do. What would you recommend in terms of what sort of shop would you use if you're going to maintain?
Literally, my go-tos, I normally go to places like GAC. Now you've got places like Small Pond and smaller independent places that are opening up. Brighton Electric as well, they're known for doing good repairs as well. But literally a lot of stuff you can learn these days thanks to YouTube.
Yeah.
I learned how to start machine heads, like the tuning parts and the tuning pegs, just by watching YouTube videos. So if you really want to be like a guy like me, I don't like to rely on other people. You know, I'm kind of one of those guys that kind of, I want to know how to do it.
Yeah.
You know, so stuff like YouTube is brilliant. But obviously not everyone's like me, so you know, those shop places I listed are pretty cool. My top tips is like change your strings every 6 months. With guitar strings you have to do it a lot sooner, but with bass strings, simply because they're thicker, they can take a lot more dead skin, a lot more sweat than other strings.
Yeah.
But with me personally, I kind of like them sounding a little bit dead anyway. If they're a bit too fresh, they're a bit too
clean.
Yeah, they're a bit too clean for me. I like it a little bit dead.
Yeah.
So my soul's in it. Obviously you've got to clean your neck. I've seen one guy cleaning it with his spit before. Don't do that. That's very bad. Simply take off your strings. If you're gonna have to clean your neck, it's also time to replace your strings as well. It's my rule of thumb. And just get some neck cleaner and get it from a guitar shop out there. Just simply get a good wipe or cloth and just clean your neck. And then obviously you're going to clean your pickups, clean here. This really does need to clean in here. This is really bad.
Also, in terms of obviously when people buy new equipment, especially when they're playing bass, they don't really know much about frequency and volume. And so, what in terms of live sound, what's your advice in terms of how you should sort of go about learning how to sort of?
It's all about. It's all about like preference, I think, personally. With a band like Pink Narcissus, where we're influenced by punk rock, Joy Division, even stuff like Queens of Stone Age, Deftones, you know, there's a Prince. You know, there's a broad influence in there with us. But it's all to do with like your own personal preference. Like me personally, I like playing loud and proud. So it's all about just making sure you've got the right amps behind you. So something like this behind me here, not going to do so much. You want to kind of get something not exactly like this, but kind of on its way to be like this.
Yeah.
It's got like half of this up.
Yeah.
You know, because you want to make sure you've got a good sounding presence on there. There's only so much a microphone against your amp's going to do for you.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, so it just depends really on how big the venues you're playing, how big their PAs are, how big your amp is, and if you can use any pedals or not. I'm not saying that pedals is like the sound that's going to make you sound amazing, because at the end of the day, if you're a bad player and you're bad at effects, it's still going to come out the same.
Yeah.
You know. But if you're going to have you want to have some distortion, get a distortion pedal, you know, things like that. You know, it just kind of just depends on your style of playing.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I think that's it really. Yeah.
Cookies playing Pokemon Go.
For anyone out there, finally, just for anyone who's in a band who wants to see you live, just what sort of time will you be around for doing gigs?
Soon.
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 Hold on to that.
I know it sounds quite ominous, but soon. Yeah.
So yeah, maybe if you guys could show us a few songs and
Yeah, cool. We'll do like a little medley. Medley.